Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk about castling. So be ready and let's go. The players move alternately and only one piece or pawn may be moved in a single turn. But there is a single exception to this rule. Once during a game, each player has a right of moving two pieces in a single move, the king and one of the rooks. This is called castling. Castling involves two moves made on the same turn, one by the king and one by a rook. To castle, you must move your king 2 squares towards the rook and place the rook on the inside square next to the king. Castling is very important move because it allows you to place your king in safety, and it also allows to rook to become more active. As you know, each player has two rooks, so there are two types of castling: kingside castling and queenside castling. As you can see, the distance between king and h1 rook is 2 squares, and distance between king and a1 rook is 3 squares. For that reason, we call kingside castling as short castling and queenside castling as long castling. In this position, both players can castle both kingside and queenside. Kingside or short castling is recorded as 00. Queenside or long castling is recorded as 000. Each player can castle only once in a game, but there are some conditions. First condition: it should be the first move for the king and for the rook. Second, the path between the king and the rook should be clear. The third condition: the king must not be in danger, or as we call in chess, it should not be in check. Next condition: the king cannot pass through check, but the rook may cross the check. It is happening just in queenside castling. So briefly, for kingside castling, these 3 squares should not be in check, and for queenside castling, these 3 squares should not be in check. In this position, black already used the right to go to castle, but it is the white turn to go to castle. As you can see, the white cannot go to queenside castling as this rook is already moved, but it can go kingside castling. In this position, right now, black cannot castle as it is under attack of the bishop or it is under check. So in that case, we can move our king to e7 or to d8 or to f8. But in that case, we cannot go to the castle anymore as the king will move. So the only move to have the right to go to castle later on is to protect our king by c6. In that case, our king will be not under check anymore, and in next move we can go to castle. For example, in that case, maybe white will go to a4, and then we have right to go to the castling, even to queenside or to kingside. For example, we will go to short castling. Here, black cannot go kingside castling as the bishop it is blocking the path between the king and the rook. So the only possible way to castle is queenside castling. Here we want to check which player can castle. The white king cannot go kingside castling as this black bishop is blocking the way between the king and the rook. So let's check the queenside. As you can see, this bishop is control this diagonal. So the white king cannot go to queenside castling as well. So let's check the black king. So the black king cannot go to kingside castling as this white bishop is control this diagonal. So the king cannot go to kingside castling. What about the queenside? As you can see, this bishop is controlled this diagonal. So the black king cannot go to Kingside Castling as well. So none of them can go to castling right now. Let's check this position. As you can see, this bishop is controlling these two diagonal, and this bishop is controlling this diagonal. So both white rooks are under attack. But let's check the squares that they are important for the king. So as you can see, these three squares in Kingside Castling, they are free and they are not under attack. And from the other hand, these three squares for Kingside Castling, they are free. So right now, white can go to castling both ways, Kingside or Queenside. So let's check the black king. As you can see, this white pawn can control these two squares. So the black king cannot go to any of the castling, not Kingside, not Queenside. So in next move, the white king can go to Kingside Castling, or it can go to Queenside Castling. So let's check this position. As you can see, this rook is under attack of this rook. But as these three squares are not under attack, so we can go to Kingside Castling. So let's check the Kingside Castling. As you can see, this bishop is controlling this diagonal, but these three squares, they are not under attack. So we can go to Kingside Castling as well. So let's check the black side. As you can see, the black already moved his king. So the black cannot go castling anymore. So let's check this position. The white can go to Kingside Castling, as not king, not h1 rook, they are moved. But it cannot go to Kingside Castling, as a1 rook already moved to b1. So let's check the black side. Right now, the black king is under attack of this bishop. So right now, it cannot castle. Let's check this position. The white king cannot go to Kingside Castling, as this bishop is blocking the way between the king and the rook. And it cannot go to Kingside Castling as well, as this bishop is blocking the way between the king and the rook. So let's check the black side. As the king is already moved to d8 square, so the black cannot go to castling anymore. Let's check this position. The white cannot go to Kingside Castling, as this square is under attack of this rook. So let's check the Kingside. We cannot go to Kingside Castling as well, as this square is under attack of this knight. So right now, white cannot go to Kingside or Kingside Castling. What about the black? So black already moved to Kingside Castling. So it cannot go to castling anymore. So this is all about castling. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. See you in next video.